I just found the next great automated trading platform, and I guarantee you've never heard of it. What's up everyone? Welcome back to Copy Trader, where we help you break free from the shackles of having to stare at screens all day and trade manually, and learn how to automate your trading strategy by copying professional traders with the latest and greatest technology. And today we have a very interesting platform that has not even launched yet. You can't get on this platform without an invite, which I have in the description below for you. But not only is this platform brand new, it's actually really interesting, really fun, and a lot of potential to make money. Now, this platform isn't technically copy trading, but it's something called AFK. AFK stands for away from keyboard, which is exactly what copy trading is all about. We let professionals do the trading, we copy their moves, we make money while we're on the beach, while we're sleeping, while we're at the gym. And the best part is it's all based on really in-depth, hyper accurate backtesting.
So not only does it trade for you, but it actually works. It actually makes you money, while most auto trading platforms simply do not. And the reason is because you can test any strategy and see how it would have performed over the last week or over the last month before you start. So you can create a strategy, a setup that has predictable results.
If you're into trading, it's a very fun platform, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use it right now. All right, welcome to AFK.fun. What you see here is the homepage, and once again, the official link, the invitation link, which is necessary at the moment to this platform, is in the description below. Now first, before we dive in, let me explain the premise of this platform to you. So most of you probably know what pump.fun is. Every day on this platform, there are thousands of tokens launched. Anyone can make a token in just a few minutes. Most of them absolutely suck, but some of them go on to do great things, allowing people to make a 600x or a 66,000% return on their investment in just a few hours. It's absolutely insane. It's why we see people making $400,000 in one copy trade using Odin bots. And it's why I think on the Solana and BNB networks, it's still an incredible time for anyone to be able to make life-changing amounts of money, or even just a consistent source of income, like this copy trader from the Odin bot Discord who's making around 50 Solana per month copy trading. So back to pump.fun. If you come to the new tab, you'll see that there's new tokens being launched every minute, if not every few seconds on this platform. So what AFK.fun is essentially is it's an auto sniper of new token launches on the pump.fun network. And it will buy into any token automatically, which matches your criteria, which you decide when you create a new strategy. So if I created a strategy that was called all tokens, I didn't choose any specific criteria, and I chose next, I submitted it for backtesting, then you'd see that over the course of 24 hours, if I bought into every token immediately as it launched, I would lose $275,000, assuming I had a $100 buy size. Now that's because 95% of tokens on pump.fun look like this. But the point is to choose the right settings so that you're not buying into tokens like this, but you're buying into tokens like this. And what's so awesome is you are able to backtest any combination of settings that you want over any time period to know exactly how your strategy would have performed in the past. So as you just saw, the strategy of buying into every single token was not very good, and that's to be expected. If I come here to view the strategy, I can see my buy amount, I can see the amount of tokens analyzed, so 31,000 tokens launched in a day. And I can see based on various levels of take profit, what the outcome of the strategy would be. So here we saw with a 10,000% take profit that we would only get into 9 trades. If I click here to see all the tokens that I actually bought, you would see that these tokens did very well. So anytime you backtest any strategy, the app AFK.fun is literally going back in time through every single token launch, figuring out which ones you would have entered, and then figuring out which ones you would have hit your take profit with and which ones would have went to zero, and then by that calculating your profit and loss as well as your win rates. And like I just showed, you can come in here, you can open these tokens directly in the app. You can even trade right here in the app like you could on Photon or GMGN. You can buy, you can sell, you can set take profit, stop loss, trailing stop loss, but we'll get into all of that later. And you can see for any token that yes, if you would have bought here immediately, when the token was launched. Even if you got in at around 5,000, you would have definitely hit your take profit of 10,000%. So these results are very, very accurate. And if you don't hit your take profit, then it's assuming that the token will go to zero. So these are actually worst case scenario results that are being shown here. And of course, since we're only hitting take profit on 9 trades and losing 20,000, the results are terrible. But that's why you need to create a strategy and utilize the settings. For example, if I wanted to make a strategy, and I wanted to say that, okay, I want to buy into any tokens that meet this criteria. I want a minimum liquidity, obviously, of 5 Solana. I want to know that there's been at least 20 buys in this token. I want max sells of 5. I only want to enter the token if at least 2 Photon wallets have bought into this token. And I only want to enter this token if at least 2 of these smart wallets, which I follow, enter the token. So now, based on every single token being launched, I will only enter the tokens that at least 2 Photon wallets buy into, that at least 2 of these smart wallets, these whales that I follow, buy into, with a minimum of 20 buys, a minimum of 5 SOL liquidity, and a max of 5 sells. And I want to make sure the token is not any more than 1,000 seconds old. These could be my settings. I have no idea how they're going to perform, but it doesn't matter because I can just test it. I can test it over the course of a week, and I could see if I got into only the tokens which matched that criteria that I just inputted, what would be the results? So I can go back to here, and right now it is performing the back testing. So you're probably wondering, what settings do I use? Because it can be extremely overwhelming at first, not knowing what to do. You're probably also wondering, where did I get these smart wallets? What do I even consider a smart wallet? And how do I know which one's here to choose? And why to care if a Trojan bot gets into the trade or 2 Bullx bots get into the trade? Well, let me show you. So if we come back to this strategy here, remember when we came to our strategy with a 10,000% take profit, we saw that 9 tokens hit that take profit. We looked at those 9 tokens. Well, you can see some data here right away. You can see that in these good tokens, that a lot of them have people buying from Bloom, people buying from Photon, and that can give you some inclination that it might be a good idea to only buy into tokens that 2 people from Photon have bought into, because 8 out of 9 of these really good tokens have at least 2 people from Photon and 2 people from Bloom buying into them. Another thing that you can do is you can take some of these really good tokens which did really well. You can come to the copy trade tab and click radar. Now, not a lot of people know about this. You can just refresh this to have the top 5 trending tokens included here, or you could put in manually each of these really well performing tokens from yesterday. And then you can select here to see only the wallets which bought into these tokens based on certain criteria. So you can say, I want to see the wallets which bought into most of these tokens. I want to see the wallets which bought into these tokens with the highest profits. I want to see the wallets that bought into these tokens the earliest. Or I want to see wallets with common holdings. So let's go to highest profits. So we'll see that this wallet here got into Peggy and White House with a $16,000 profit. Now I could look at his GMGN page. I can see that he seems to be a pretty decent trader. And based on the fact that he's getting into 2 out of the 5 trending tokens from today, and he's made so much money, that I can call this guy a smart wallet. So when I come in here to create a strategy, I can say I only want to get into tokens that this guy is getting into. We've got some more guys here who I can say, okay, I consider these guys also to be a smart wallet. Now, I only want to get into tokens if both of these wallets are in the token. I only want to get into tokens where at least 2 Bloom bots have bought and 2 Photon bots have bought, because I saw before that seemed to be a good indicator if these bots are buying into these tokens, because I guarantee that Bloom bots and Photon wallets are not buying into pieces of shit like this. And I'd be willing to bet that neither are these guys. Now, how you want to find your smart wallets, that's up to you. But GMGN Radar is a really interesting way to do it. And you can edit this to put in any well-performing token or remove some of the others. So coming back to our strategy page, you'll see I have 3 strategies here now. The first one I made, I got no results. So no tokens were bought given the settings that I chose. And that makes sense because, like an idiot, I chose maximum 5 sells and it needed to have multiple buys from multiple smart wallets, and that's just an unrealistic thing. So it's cool to see that the platform is unobjective. It will give you the real results, good or bad. I tried another strategy without the maximum 5 sells, and it actually came up that the strategy was not profitable. Once again, that's fine. I don't want to run a strategy if I have no chance of winning. So I kept at it, found some more wallets that I liked, and I simplified the strategy, and I found a strategy here my third attempt, which is very, very profitable. I set up 3 wallets I like. I wanted a minimum of 2 of them to buy into the token, and I wanted it to be less than 2 minutes old. I left everything else blank. I back tested that strategy, and the best possible profit and loss is $4,000 over the course of 4 days if I'm buying each token with $100 per buy. Now that's a very, very good result. Let's take a closer look at it. Now I do have some high win rate options here with a smaller profit and loss, but as you go down, typically what you'll see most of the time is that the best option typically tends to be a very high take profit. But as you'll see in this case, you only win 1 token. So if I come here, I'm getting all of my profit from 1 token, and I have a 1.9% win rate. Now, is that a strategy that I think I would want to follow? I don't think so. I mean, it's like, is lightning going to strike twice? Am I going to get that 7,500% win again? Am I going to have the balls not to sell early? Probably not, to be honest. So if I come here, there's some very profitable strategies here with a much higher win rate and a much more reasonable take profit. Now, something like this is really interesting to me. A $2,000 profit buying only into 53 tokens over 4 days and just not selling them early, setting a 200% take profit. I either let the token go to 0 or I take the 200% profit. I would win 21 out of 53 trades. I can come to all of them here. And now what I can do is I can verify whether or not that the results are correct. Like this one, for example, let's see here. I'm going to take this token. I've opened it up here in Photon, and now it says here that I would have entered this token after 43 seconds from launch. So I can come back here, I can see when it was launched, I see the timestamp. 43 seconds ahead of that is about 23:25. So at this point here, both of the smart wallets that I'm copying would have bought into this token, triggering me entering into the token at about a $6,000 market cap. And from there, I can measure about 6,000. I could come up and I can see that I'm easily hitting my 200% take profit. I mean, so even if I got in this, even up here, I would hit my 200% take profit, no problem. So you can verify that the results are legitimate if you want. You can go through each one, but I honestly have been checking this enough that every time I check, it's legitimate. So the backtesting is very, very accurate. So now I have a strategy here that I can run. And if I ran it over the last 4 days, I would have made $2,000. Now, here's the tricky part. We all know that historical data does not guarantee future results, but it's the best that we can do. It's what we do on copytrader.com. I backtest copy trading strategies, what it would be like to trade while copy trading certain traders to see what the results would have been. If it's good, then I run that, I test that, and 95% of the time, the results do repeat themselves. But still, at some point, you're going to have to take a leap of faith on a strategy. The good news is that not only can you test, but if you choose to run a strategy by clicking the launch button and going to auto trading, you can choose your wallet. And your wallet, by the way, is created right here in the platform, just like you would make on Photon. You don't have to connect an outside wallet. You can send Solana straight into the platform and withdraw it at any time. But I can launch this with whatever wallet I choose, but I don't have to use real money right away. AFK.fun fully supports paper trading. So right now, if I'm on auto trading and I'm running this 4-day strategy, then I'm going to run it with real money, the money that I put in my wallet. But if I want to backtest it with paper trading, then I can do that. I can choose my buy amount, which is $100. I could choose to buy on a dip, which I did not test for, so I'm not going to do that. I can choose my transaction fees, and I can set my take profit. I can set a stop loss, and I can also set a trailing stop loss. However, I did not test for stop loss or trailing stop loss. I tested that either the token goes to 0 or it hits my take profit. So I can run this just as it is. I can set the approximate slippage that I expect to get. I can select all of my slippage and priority fee settings, and I can launch my strategy. So now this strategy, which I have here in the active tabs now, is running. And anytime my configurations are hit, so if 2 out of the 3 wallets that I inputted have bought into a token and it's under 2 minutes old, then I'm going to enter that token. And I'm either going to hit my take profit or it's going to go to 0. And I can see all the details of the strategy that I chose, which in this case was using a 200% take profit. And I can expect to get into 21 trades over the next 4 days. Now remember, I'm paper trading, and this can be good and it can be bad because it's basically testing it without having to risk money. But if I paper trade this for 4 days and it shows me that I would have made $2,000 if I was actually trading, then I might be a little bit pissed. So it's up to you if you want to go in with the paper trading or if you want to go straight to actual trading. And it's important to mention that even on the charts in this platform, At any time, you can trade for real with the money you put in your wallet, or you can do paper trading. So you can practice trading actual meme coins that are being launched on Pump.fun every single day using paper trading. And there are not many paper trading platforms out there. But for now, I'm not gonna do paper trading. I'm gonna pause this strategy. I'm gonna go back to my created strategy. I'm gonna fund my wallet and I'm gonna launch this with real money with a small buy size, maybe 0.2 Solana, and I'm gonna let it run for 4 days. And I'm gonna see if I can repeat these results. That's the whole game, because remember, we cannot predict the future. We are backtesting and then we have to trust, but we have to know that there's no guarantee that it's going to work. So we have to start slow. So that's AFK.fun. And guys, girls, I'm really excited about this platform. I know the developer, they've been working on this for over a year and it's literally just come out. So I'm going to be making more videos on this, sharing my best setups, sharing my results, and helping you get the most out of your auto trading. So if you're interested in that, subscribe. And if you're interested in getting in on this platform on the ground floor before anyone else, then definitely check out the invitation link below. It's an incredible platform, but just for meme coin trading in general, it has some really incredible features that I've never seen anywhere else, like the ability to hover over any token and see the chart in real time. So if you want to manually trade, you can quick buy. And once you're in a trade, you can set your stop loss, your take profit, your trailing stop loss, and you will see the lines on the chart. You will see where you entered. You will see where your take profit is. You will see where your stop loss is, and you can move and adjust them at any time. It's just a very good trading platform. And on top of all of that, they have paper trading for both manual and auto trading, which is really, really exciting. So that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, for watching and supporting us. If you want the best content for copy trading and automated trading away from your keyboard, then make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out copytrader.com with 2 R's if you want to start your copy trading journey today. And definitely check out the link below for AFK.fun. You're really early into the game. You can share this with people, earn rewards because nobody knows about it. That's it for today. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.